Hey everybody, welcome back. This time for the village of the hunt. They're about to hunt here. Ready to head on in? Yeah. We're ready to head on into the village of the hunt. I'm excited. I like doing the hunt. I like hunting. In a video game. Our first task should be finding the elector. Hopefully, our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. Do you think everyone's gonna be ahead? I don't know. Maybe they're not here at all yet. Bird promise. And her return, I presume. Routine. You presume, right? I seek the dawn servant elector. Then come and join us in the Garden of Stars at the village center. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone's waiting for us? Everyone? And who might that be? There's but one way to find out. Let's follow him. I guess he means the other electors. No, electors. I guess he means the other contestants. Minus a cool Jaja, obviously, because that guy is a fucking loser deadbeat, and we're gonna fucking beat the shit out of. Oh, never mind, he actually is here.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled,
I'm sorry, well, we're not gonna imprison him? We're not gonna, put him in chains? We're not gonna just take a head off? Just the one will do.
my name is Hunmuruk. As a Brash Rash, I have the honor of serving as elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise,
Okay.
if you would please join us.
Self-regret. This where all the cool Eorzean people are hanging out, huh? Over this side?
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test.
Sounded slightly racist, didn't it? Didn't mean it like that.
Challenge in teams of two.
Teams of two. Interesting.
You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Well forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
I mean, oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, I say. But it would be such bullshit. Whoever gets paired up with Bakul Jaja is fucked.
Claimants, please present your colors.
Red.
I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red.
Oh,
We're means.
Ooh. Ooh.
Together again, as fate would have it.
Lucky.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Is there somebody that you would have been happy pairing with, realistically? Honestly, it's probably the best outcome for
The
you.
trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine.
Oh,
Shibruk Bibil.
the cooking challenge?
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
So we have to hunt some big ass monster, I think, to cook with. Seems like the Blitzball trading hoop.
Must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Let the feat of repast begin.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. It's a light, I wonder.
He's going. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out. How fortunate that Feat's unique limitations have frustrated Bajuk Jajar attempts to delay us. Serves him right, but he gets what he gets for. It's what he gets for endangering my people with schemes. Why doesn't he just compete for A? For A? He's pretty strong. He's plenty strong, and obviously he's mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. Compete fairly. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Oh dear. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for a moment, allow me to express how glad I am for his opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a decent advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Yes, precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has 6 and 2 claimants. Cyril Jar, Bauk Jaja's lackeys. Where we are a team of 9. There's 3 or more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't get overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could be easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining what the recipe of jour papel is. Or we can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given its nature of the feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Jabral people. Let us gather here once we've seen any clues which has to offer. Okay, off I go to look through the village. I wouldn't mind that myself, anyway. Every single one of these feats seem to have the same shtick, right? You go, you talk to a bunch of people, then you go do the thing. It's nice to look around the village, like, so I'm not too upset, but the lookout point here. Let's grab this, shall we? Greek barracks, standing on the edge of a cenote in the midst of a dense forest. The Jabral home village has a clearing open to the sky for stargazing. Okay. The name of the settlement means Red Barracks, a fierce beast related to the coral, and a bold shade is painted liberally upon the walls. The dwellings. Oh. Interesting. What is this? Is this just like decoration? Just like fencing? It looks like one of those like football training things you put in front of a goal, right? Yo, hey guy. The recipe for Jour Perel? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hanemu Rook himself. But your mentioning it does give me a fierce craving. I hope there's still Baruch to be had at the market. Wink. Baruch, huh? At the market. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, they're fighting. Yeah, get him, Red. Yeah, get in there. Go on. Knock him over. Do it. Oh, shit. Oh, I feel like this is going to go back and forth for a while. Yeah, it is. Probably. We'll come back. We'll come back. Oh, these are the... who this is. We ought to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. Oh, it is them. Okay. You're the fool to think you won't tan our hides for leather if we dare return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before, and if it could be a second time. What's up, asshole? What are you looking at? Is salt liquor? Mind your own business. Uh-huh. Sure. Have we attuned? I don't think we have. A noise. We've got a gemstone trader here too. We got Barak's hide. Okay. Wing blade. Okay, okay. And a Bakshalier fruit. Sure, okay. What do you got? Got more honeybees. What kind of level stuff are you selling? The Riffium. The lithium stuff. Okay. Sorry, I do need rufium. Crafting has been a pain in the ass because I don't know where to get rufium from. I think it might be here. It might be. I think it's like around here-ish, but I've not obviously been here yet. A bright banana peel. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground. Oh no, it appears I've got to dropped my knowledge. Najol. I mean, Jatiki banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. The leaves? Of the banana? Is that what you mean? Do they call these leaves? Is that a normal thing? But that's good advice though, dude. I like that. Like cooking under... Yeah, I like that. That shit. That's good. The Hawaiians do something similar, right? They like bury like a pig or something and cook it underground. I think that's right. Oh, I hope that's right. There's a nice breeze. I don't think that helps me very much. Oh, is this one of those sinkholes? Oh. Nothing but a little bit of water down there. That's great. Is this those guys wrestling? They must be around this side somewhere. Just don't know where. Ah, colorful spices. Yo, lady, what do you know about these spices? You want to tell me? There were spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you. That one's called a collet. Okay, it's mostly used to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medical benefits are significant as well. Oh, okay. All those people actually had some pretty good info for us, eh? I think we did all right. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Zerk Propel? I think it's cooked underground. I think it uses banana peels. I think you use spice, and the meat is sold at the market. True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, and observation of their techniques yielded clues there. A lady bringing local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying their relationship to the meal itself. But one in particular she attributed to all common Jabral dishes. Actualite, as she called it. Yeah, I found the same. I see, the Subrixian purple is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphino claims. We have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe the cooking, burying burns wrapped in a leaf of a najol or banana. Is the... Sure. Hold on. I'm just not reading this correctly. In certain locales, 'twould seem use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles, and don't you? A sizzling slab of beef. It smelled so good I could practically taste it. Is this right? Ibrook? Ibrook? As I would have expected from a dish called Zibrook in Imperial, indeed. It's raining. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibrook's flavored with a combination of spices that includes akchite and steamed underground within nologi or banana leaves. Do you mean the leaves of the banana tree, or are you suggesting that the things around are you suggesting the peel is called a leaf? Is that's not real, right? That's blown my mind. That's correct. Oh, sorry, that was me. Me whipping my controller around too much. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to produce our ingredients. As a stable cuisine, its ingredients would be close to hand, which is why Fankrid and I scouted and surrounded forests while you were exploring the village. Between local vegetation, a wild Ibrook, we should have everything we need regarding meat and spices. Let's leave it to the master gleaner. With that, we should divvy up our tasks. While one great gather ingredients, others should make ready in the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. And the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spice and herbs myself. I'm happy to lend someone a suitable Ibrook if they were to perform the requested deed, are they? As for the jewel leaves, I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find the jewel in these parts. They only grow in Jartika, the heartland of the forests, far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. The feat encourages our communication with locals, after all. Lati, Strife, if you would accompany me on my errand? Yeah, I guess. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let's be about our tasks then. Well, let's go get those Najulis. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Sure. A history of violence. Let's see, there are the jewel leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Ryanja mentioned might be safe to spare us a few. Sure. It's over this way. Hey, sorry. Wow, love the house. It's really nice looking. Oh shit, no, it's this way. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Some banana leaves, please. The jewel leaves for the purposes other than Zurek Prohel, naturally. Unfortunately, we just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forests for more. Golmagic Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. Wild varieties you sometimes see in the cities, city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such lengthy venture. If there's no other way to be obtained our ingredient, then to Jatika Heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. The Elector? Traveling there requires you to go through the Tin Brick Traverse, but it has caved in due to the recent storm, I suspect. What? That means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? There's no other way of procuring them. You would have suspended this feat, or else altered this objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Jacques Barol to be a delicious and daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Still, if there's no leaves here, we can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Keali. So perhaps there is something about the Zrol Papal that we have yet to learn, something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Okay. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing? It's Yakutila's history you're interested in. You should start with the Old War. Between Jabral and the Mamuja, yeah? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, and evidence of which remains scarred upon the earth. You know the end of the bloodshed is no Gerol Pitpel. Huh? What does this esteemed brook have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour may seem, I can't think of a way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of a settlement ruined by war, the village of Iron Adosh. Asosh, I think, maybe? It lies a short distance east. Sure. The village of Iron Asosh. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go. Okay. Let's go look. Over here somewhere. Oh, he's got like a crossbow here, look. Choo! Shoots right out of there. Interesting. I guess they must have attackers from time to time. They've got quite a few barricades up. Do you think they still have, like, small skirmishes with the Mavaljar? Surely not, right? Maybe it's just wildlife they're using all these barricades for? The village of Ishnosh must be further east. Let us continue with haste. Well, I wouldn't have even got off my chocobo if you guys wanted to stand around. Honestly. Oh, look, a sinkhole. Goes into water. I kind of want to jump down. Yo, that looks fancy as hell. What the hell is that? Oh, I think it's a hunt boy. Look at that boy. He's pretty fucking cool looking, eh? Better be quick there. I'm sure someone else will get it. As they pass this way. Fate discovered nearby. Oh, look, the fish. They look like the fish from FF10, don't they? Except the FF10 guys had legs, I guess. They had like the weird little gangly legs that they could stand on if they were out of the water. Grab the safer current too. Wow, yeah, look at this. This place is knackered, eh? This is the village of Anosh. Asosh. What was left of it? It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. What's a boy? Hello, it's me. Wookavu. I didn't know you were in Yaktel. Yes, I was. Yes, hello. I was picking up lumber for Inkbrax when I heard the third promise was on her way to the site of deep history significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service. So I followed you here. Wookavu is a shipwright who came to aid during Feast of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a number of the third promises retained, I presume? For the moment, I suppose. I am named Kona. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Kona, that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Here we go. Kona, the second promise of Taral. Oh, to think I addressed the Dawntrail as own son, as some common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense. Please don't dwell on it. Alright, then I shan't dwell on it. Right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn of Zurich Papel. While I am forbidden by Zabraxrax to divulge any information regarding its preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yaktil's history. We'd appreciate it. In the most basic sense, the conflict between the Jabral and the Mojar was one of land. The Mojar live in the lower forest, and a thick canopy obscures the sun, and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to convent the upper forest, the home of the Jabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet adventure ever favors high ground. Yes, fair enough. Has the high ground, Anakin. The Jabral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them at that time and again. As the state of this village would suggest, with a test, the tide eventually turned. What brought this about? Something you know all too well, blessed sibling. Got guns? You must understand, the Mamajar were once a people at much as war with themselves, as they were with others. The Hobogo, Bonwa, and the Dorpo each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged Zabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobigo and the Boulder leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways that one could never have imagined. It was long believed that the partners of the drifting clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who sired the blood of Hobigo and the Bornya both, a two-headed Mamuja. Assuming that's Dad, right? That's Daddy Jaja. Blessed with the tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior, or eventually arising as the first Atrak, ruler of the three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Atruk's rule, the newly united Mamuja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think it best to see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from the time, and then I shall continue the tale. Okay. Fully voiced, I hope. Oh, this is looking like a long one. Looking like a long one. Yeah, all these trees are all fucked, look. It's not good. It's not a good look.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How?
The war over these lands began after the Yorqui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Oh no, an echo.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest. Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance?
What you mean?
You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
I think that's our boy, yeah.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
And so began that legendary banquet.
Has he been talking all this
I
time?
did not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chabral steamed Najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more, their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chabral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Bibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong?
Someone's watching us.
Someone was there, you say?
Yeah.
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Papa really did leave it to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people, the various cultures. And we're doing the same now. Yeah. Next time, the Feast of Repast. I assume this is going to be some food, but we can't see it yet. Next time we will. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all then. Bye bye.